Your signal caller.
He's definitely one of the stars in this league, a true franchise quarterback. And when you're at this level, Kate, you want to put your imprints on this game right from the jump.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Throwing on their first play. Here.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Back-to-back carries here. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
That's on target. Puka Nacua. They strike for 23 yards. And it'll give him a first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Oh, he drops and cuts at the right sideline. They pick up 20 yards there. And that'll give him a first down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Working inside the red zone. Has him on the quick hitter. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Now, after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. He'll look to throw. And that's caught in the end zone for the touchdown. These guys finish up an excellent opening series. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone while getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
That one right down the middle. And his guys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Here's a return from the 7. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. So out comes their offense for its first possession of the game. And bringing them out, someone this defense is really going to have to keep an eye on, this mobile QB.
Kate, I know you get tired of hearing me say there's no substitute for experience, but it is totally true. Taking the reins of an NFL team is a young quarterback. You want the game to slow down, and the only way it slows down is to get more and more of these opportunities to go lead your team game in and game out.
And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. 2nd and 3 now. From the 38. Short pass brought in. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that gives them the first. Pass play now. Finds him over the middle. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And it'll give them a first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. They motion the tight end over. From the 36. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up. Throwing from the gun. Complete out to the right. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field. Keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They hit for 16 yards on 4th down, and a drive we all thought had stalled out is going to carry on.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
From the red zone now. He's got it over the middle. And he will take this in. Touchdown! These guys finish off their opening drive. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
They're out to try and tack on the extra points. Right down the middle, it's good. And these guys respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He stopped on the return at the 27. Their offense headed back out for its 2nd drive of the contest. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Back to the well again. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Give him 3 on that gain. And it sets up 1st down.
At the 39-yard line.
They give it to him again. And he stopped after running it up across the 45 to the 46. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing now off play action. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st. Back now, pressure on its way. It's complete to Whittington. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Now about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
1st down from the red zone. This throw is cut. And that play is brought to a halt, so they're going to say at the 5-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. He'll throw it yet again. Has it in close. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. It's an option to the left side. And he's in for the touchdown. These guys have taken the first quarter lead. Well, we all knew somebody was running with it there, and when the defender started flowing towards the back, he made the right call that he would be the one to run it in.
Yeah, he sure did. I think if he hands that off, this play does not end in a touchdown, but in a collision for his running back.
Yeah.
So not only is that running back thanking his quarterback, the rest of the guys are celebrating for that decision.
Cardi with the extra point. And his guys take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Kickoff taken at the 3. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Dump off caught by his back. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
And the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
2nd and 10 now. Hits his running back. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, kid, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Jared Verse on the tackle. 2nd and 6 coming up here. That'll do it for 1 quarter of this NFC divisional round matchup. Neither side separating much so far. Back in a moment with more of the NFL on EA Sports. We're back, and we'll join this drive already in progress to begin quarter 2. They'll have 2nd and 7 to deal with. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They'll throw it. That's caught for the first. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Blown back gets the handoff. And tough sledding for him. Only room to get it to the 30. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. They send the tight end in motion. Here's 2nd and 7. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
You know, when we watch Combine each and every single year, I hope you get good enough to understand as a football fan, watch the big guys' first 10 yards. Don't watch the ends and the linemen run 40. Watch their first 10 because that's the most critical. And that defensive end showed you right there the kind of explosive burst in the first few yards to get home for the big sack.
And this play reaches the
Madden Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's gonna be a good one on Sunday night.
The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Coming up tonight, as we close another Sunday of football, we have a fantastic matchup for you between these road warriors and our home team. I'm Kate Scott. Joining me, as always, my partner in crime, Brock Heward, and we are excited to bring you this NFL divisional round game. Well, excited, the word that you and I get to use, Brock, as do all these great fans in attendance, but for the players down on the field, I think a better word to discuss in this situation might be pressure.
I don't think there's any question about that, Kate. With every one of these playoff rounds, that pressure just grows. It increases. That Super Bowl gets closer and closer, and your game...
Only one spot remaining in Conference Championship Weekend. Let's see who claims it. We're underway in the divisional round finale. He stopped on the return at the 27. So here comes their offense for its opening drive. And we'll get a chance to see someone still in the early stages of their career, this third-year QB.
And even if he's still pretty early in his career, we know he is perfectly comfortable and settled into this spot as the be-all, end-all for this offense. Every time you take the field as a quarterback, you know you're gaining experience. You're getting more comfortable in the role. And as he goes forward, he tries to learn and take something away from each and every one of these moments.
He's got a man left. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And this one does not go far.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
From the 40 on second down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and out third down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. He has the first over the middle. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. Then he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
They're going play action. That's on target. Puka Nacua. Give him 32 on the play. And they'll have first down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Still on the move, coming to the line for first and 10. Working inside the red zone. This one's caught. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Dumped off to his running back. And he couldn't quite get the edge. He goes out of bounds and maybe gets back to the line. So after that completion, we've got a player in some visible discomfort. And here come the trainers to get him some help. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Back to throw now. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown. These guys finish up an excellent opening series. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Point after converted from Carty. And these guys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Carty has it all teed up and ready to send it away. He fields it from the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So here's their offense, taking over for the first time here. And bringing them out now, a quarterback who really knows how to make something exciting happen.
I know quarterbacks of this ilk sure excite their teammates. They love to see his explosion and that speed come to life. I also know this, Kate. That defensive coordinator on the other side, he did not sleep good all week long, knowing he could do everything right, have the right call. That QB speed is a difference maker.
No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Finds him on the crossing route. And a nice gain here, but it's stopped short of the first. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Running back sent in motion. Complete beyond the marker. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped at his own side at the 49. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he gets some good yardage down to the 42. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. He beams one deep right side. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Certainly dropped these quarterback keepers anticipating a whole lot more yardage, but I think it could be overlooked there since they did pick up the first down. If anything, they could see what kept it to a small gain over there on the sidelines, and they'll come back to it on the next set of downs.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 13. Connects on the crosser. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. 1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. They'll try and throw it here. Into traffic, complete. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. He gets 6 on that play. And they're going to have a first down. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the defense is energized following that stick for a loss. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. A give now from the gun. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. It was Reed Blankenship making the stop.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to it.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, It can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board. A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
He stopped on the return at the 27. So here comes this offense for its second series of the game. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. Now he'll throw off the play fake. He's going deep. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. But still plenty of options left on 3rd and short. They've got a man in motion. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. It's complete to Whittington. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 46. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point of the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Back now, pressure on its way. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, your internal clock right there, it has got to be tuned up a little bit. Plenty of time. In this league, if you get 3 seconds to throw the ball and it's not out of your hands, that responsibility falls on you as a QB. But give some credit to the defense, who was able to get home and get the sack. Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
3rd down from the gun. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Trying to find his tight end. So it's going to be 4th and short. He's dropping back to throw. He completes it in traffic. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. That'll do it for 1 quarter of this NFC divisional round matchup. Neither side separating much so far. More of the NFL on EA Sports right after this. Time to begin the 2nd quarter, and we'll pick up with what's already been a lengthy possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Throwing it again here. Finds him over the middle. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. As I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
And he finds him in the end zone for the touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yeah.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. What makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Cardi now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And his guys drive their lead to 11. McCarty has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Return starts at the 3. He's stopped on the return at the 27. This offense ready to get going again now. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. On first down, they'll run. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop it behind the line.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Looking to the air here. That's caught for the first. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. They'll run here on first down. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
Hey, Kate, sorting through traffic, seeking out a runner, that is this guy's domain. And boy, does he know how to operate in it.
They kick the running back in motion. Here's 2nd and 11. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up. Looking for a throw here. Well, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect. This one misses the tight end. So that brings up 4th and long. The decision is to take the 3. Out comes the field goal unit for this try. It's from the right hash, 46 yards. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And look at this return. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And that lead they've got, Brock, they are never going to have to worry about losing it if they keep scoring every time they touch this football.
Is that how it works?
It surprisingly is. You know, if you have the lead and you don't lose it, you win.
That type of start, well, you wanted all 17 games of a season, but you're lucky to get it more than once.
2nd and 3 now.
The gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3.
Another carry for him. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
That one complete to Whittington. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that'll be a first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Hand off to the back. And this is down across the 30 before it's stopped. The rookie from Michigan, there that time. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
2nd and 6.
From the 28. Oh, he trucked that defender. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
First down from the red zone. He brings it in. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have first and goal to figure out. They'll try and punch it in. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. It's second and goal. They're running again. And he gets in. Touchdown. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. It has been wash, rinse, repeat for them offensively, Brock, as, well, we all wait for this defense to find a little backbone before this becomes a runaway.
Yeah, I'm a little torn up here in this booth because you're exactly right. Offensively, this is just machine, surgical. Defensively, you're running the risk of being embarrassed here pretty quickly.
Cardi with the extra point. And these guys lead by 15 now. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Back out runs their offense. They need some kind of score here, Brock, to keep this from getting away from him on the road in the postseason. They're out and set, first and 10. Handoff now out of the gun. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up second and 5. Plowing up the middle. And the struggles continue for him tonight. He's only able to get back to the line. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Trying to throw here out of the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. Their punter making his way out now. And that fair catch brought in just beyond the 30-yard line. The home teams back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Completed over the middle. And that will not be enough for a first down. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. That's him on the quick hitter. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Give him 8 yards on the play. And it'll give him a first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They'll throw on 1st. Hits him on the out route. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They are throwing it again. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that'll give him a first down. We've hit the 2-minute warning. They have themselves another 1st and 10. They'll throw it again. Setting up the running back screen. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know coordinator quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks. Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
One of the tight ends motioning right. Here he is on 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. Touchdown! It is a word broadcasters hesitate to use for a lot of reasons, but 4 touchdowns in 4 drives, Brock. I think we can throw it out here. Perfection thus far.
Yeah, this game will humble you at this level. I mean, this is the best of the best playing it, and you don't normally see this kind of execution and this kind of efficiency, so I understand that word perfection. I will remind everybody, though, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Cardi now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And his guys grow the lead now to 22 points. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. Now this offense ready to head back out. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing it to start this drive. Short pass brought in. And he goes out of bounds after taking it up to the 40. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Complete on a slant to Watson. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Prior to 1st down, they decide to call a timeout. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And a man is there to knock that away. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. And now they face 2nd down. He'll throw it yet again. Dump off caught by his back. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Now we had a 3rd down. We get a pause here. They're going to call a timeout. Throwing the out route complete.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Still sticking with the passing game. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
That one's complete over the middle. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
I know quarterbacks get paid a lot of money and a lot of glamour in this league, but today, well, this is a tough day for this QB. He's taking a beating. And whether it means changing up some of the blocking schemes, maybe mixing in a little bit of run, or heck, this quarterback getting the ball out of his hand more quickly, he's got to start protecting himself.
Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This is a 40-yard look from the right hash. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And it only does a little against the deficit, which drops to 19.
Give him the first half trifecta. He's 3 for 3 on field goals. And as much as they'd like 6 points to end drives, not 3, they can at least be happy they're getting consistent looks inside field goal range, and he's delivering.
At their own 30-yard line.
All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he doesn't get much there on what turns out to be the final play of the half.
With the score,
So we're to halftime in this fight for a spot in the NFC Championship game. Now we'll toss things to Jonathan Coachman in our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. One of these two teams is going to move on to the conference championship. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Somebody is going to the NFC Championship game from this one. Let's find out who as our second half gets underway. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. So their offense will have it first to begin quarter number 3. And that first half, they just couldn't keep up the pace. But they're going to be the ones setting the pace here to begin this third quarter. The give now out of the shotgun. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
So no return on that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. The home team's headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, his touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. Airing it out to start this drive. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
I can guarantee you that's going to be in Tell the Truth Monday right there in the film room, front and center, showing you the importance of tackling in the open field. An opportunity to cut him down sooner, but the broken tackle allowed him to add those extra yards to the catch.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Caught near the pylon. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Second chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
He gets it headed right. And he's able to take this one in for the touchdown. These guys push their lead further to start the half. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with 1 end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Point after converted from Cardi. And these guys grow their lead yet again. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Has this at the 6. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Play action on first down. Finds a seam down the middle. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. To throw here on first down. He puts some power on it. This is brought in at the 15. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Dropping back to throw. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, we hear about it all the time. A short memory, right? We hear about it with quarterbacks a lot, Kate, when they make a mistake. But it works the same way for a defense, a whole position group. You have got to flush that big play, come back and play the next play, and boy, did the defense do it there.
And oh, he drops it. He had all the space in the world. Brock, he got behind the defense, and he just looked away before he brought it in. A big missed opportunity. 3rd and long for him here. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop him either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Lining up now to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And his guys get it back to a 19-point deficit.
Visitors 16.
They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Fielded at the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. Now outruns their offense to take over. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
Now a give on the counter. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Back-to-back carries here. Broke through the tackle. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Going to the ground again on first. And he works this to the 38 before going down. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to take this down to the red zone. He's stopped at the 17. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
It's the game of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They send one of the tight ends in motion right. From the 17. Finds him over the middle. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. They'll send their tight end right. Pass play on 1st and 10. He's got it. And he'll go down shy the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. The 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
He has the catch, but no, he can't get down in bounds. Oh, Brock, it was nearly a touchdown. Some careful consideration, and Sean McVay will indeed challenge the call. Oh, this one is really close, Brock. Did he establish possession and then get both feet down?
Yeah, maintaining possession while being a ballerina, not always easy. A lot to look at here, but I know he thinks he's got a touchdown.
No luck for Sean McVay with the challenge flag. The call stands. Cardi with the extra point. And these guys continue piling onto this lead. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Another drive coming up for this offense. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Has some daylight through the 40. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. They go play action on 1st. Hits his running back. He'll get out of bounds after a small gain.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. One of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, he got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5. Trying to throw here out of the gun. He's got it! And in for the touchdown! Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
They'll try this extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And his guys get it back to a 19-point deficit. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. Here's a return from the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. The home teams returning their offense and this running back to the field. They're set up at the 35 now. They are in great shape here as we wind down this 3rd quarter. They've got a 3-score lead. Another, that could put this just too far out of reach. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Throwing from the gun. Caught, nice gain left side. He does it, touchdown! I love plays like this, Brock, sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Point after converted from Cardi. And these guys tack on 7 more to their lead. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And we've seen some matching touchdowns as of late, so the scoring coming at a good clip, Brock. Let's see if they can keep this up.
You know what's fun, Kate? After all of these years, I have friends that are offensive guys and friends that are defensive guys. And my friends watching this one offensively love it. The defensive guys, they're climbing up their walls.
And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Now looking to throw. He's got Watson. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Backfield is empty as they motion him outright. Dumped off to his running back. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. A 5-yard gain on the play. And that gives them the 1st. We're down to 1 quarter to play in this NFC divisional round matchup. They've got the ball to start, but their playoff future in jeopardy as they trail. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. 1st down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Running back sent in motion. From the 26 on 2nd down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and out 3rd down. Now he'll throw off the play fake. He's got it at the 5. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no, and it's got to come back.
Still 3rd down.
The flag makes this 3rd down and 10. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll give him a 1st down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. The throw is caught. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
They get 2 on the play, and now they've got 1st and goal.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Kate, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Teerlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. but you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
And again, they'll get there to meet him at the line and take him down. So now, here's 3rd and goal. He's going to throw this one. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. The ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge game.
And they won't do it. That ball's incomplete on 4th down.
Well, 99% of what they did was excellent. Right play call, good route, great throw. Just needed to make that catch. That's a situation you expect your guys to convert every time.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
The gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3.
Back to the well again. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And this run is stopped after getting up past the 35. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They give it to him again. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Call it no gain, maybe 1 at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
And they send a man in motion. Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's in. Touchdown! These guys continue piling it on here in the 4th. It's a Puka Nacua touchdown! His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock, he sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity, certainly paying dividends in this one, more than likely for more games to come.
Cardi with the extra point. And his guys continue adding on to that lead.
56. Visitors 23.
Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Has this at the 6. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. Their offense ready to take the field now. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. They've got 1st down from the 31. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they're going to drag him down after a decent gain. He gets up to the 36. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. From the 36. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Back to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's tackled for no gain.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly as a check-down outlet on short throws.
And he goes out, just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And no chance at a return. He wisely angled it for the sideline and got it down to the 12 before going out. This offense running out for a new series, led by their running back. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They're going to win this game, but with touchdowns on 3 straight drives, Brock, they're probably going to want to keep that streak going. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
Another carry for him. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Give now to the running back. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Lone back gets the handoff. Cuts it to the right sideline. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
They'll run here on 1st down. And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
A give now from the gun. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
They had the 1st down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with a win. And they took care of business just as you'd expect a 1 seed to do. And they're going to get to stay at home another week and welcome in another opponent with a conference title on the line. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Huard, I'm Kate Scott. It was a great effort from our winners as we say goodnight, everybody.